We should have a story now.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best movie couples who got their inspiration from real-life romances.
It's not boring. Just wait for it to kick in. The plot kicks in really soon.
Okay.
Number 10, Irving and Rosalind Rosenfeld, American Hustle.
Shut up.
Save a young single mother and a kid. I marry her, I adopt them.
You fell in love. Don't you dare forget that part. We fell madly in love.
Yes, I fell in love. My God, I fell in love.
But you know what? I thought you were mysterious like my mother until it turned out the mysterious just meant depressed, all right?
In American Hustle, Christian Bale and Jennifer Lawrence's performances are so over the top, it's hard to believe they have any basis in reality. But David O. Russell's film is based on a real-life scandal called the Abscam Operation. Bale and Lawrence's characters Irvin and Rosalind Rosenfeld are based on Mel and Marie Weinberg, the real people involved.
I said, you turned around and you took that love and trust. You lost me. One day, you're going to want me, or you're going to miss what you had.
For legal reasons, the filmmakers changed the characters' names and their appearances, of course. But apparently, the relationship dynamic between Irving and Rosalind is loosely lifted from the real-life couple.
You told me that you wanted me to find a nice, quiet man.
Oh, and what
He's
a
the one.
doozy you picked. Oh, you hit that. He's the most dangerous guy ever.
Well, what do you expect, Irving? I know everybody through you. Why can't you just be happy for me?
Number 9, Richard and Mildred Loving.
Just like we talked about, the last time you plead, you say guilty, and this will be over quick enough.
It's hard to imagine a time when people couldn't marry someone of a different race. That time really wasn't that long ago. We owe that change in the United States laws to Richard and Mildred Loving, the real-life inspiration for the 2016 film Loving.
It's not so much of me, Richard, because we could go away, but it's the principle, it's the law. I don't think it's right.
In 1967, the couple was a part of the famous Loving versus Virginia case that ended with the Supreme Court calling laws that prohibited interracial marriage unconstitutional. Although Richard died tragically young not too long after the ruling, Mildred and Richard's love story endures on. We couldn't imagine a better last name for them both.
Several southern states have already announced this.
Number 8, Brandon, Tina and Lana Tisdale, Boys Don't Cry.
Lana, down here.
Brandon, where'd you get that?
There are far too many real-life stories of queer kids being killed. In 1999, Boys Don't Cry memorialized the story of not only Brandon Tina, a trans man who was murdered, but also his girlfriend, Lana Tisdale. The film does not shy away from Brandon's brutal murder at the hands of two men, but it's endearingly tender when dealing with the relationship he had with Lana.
Nothing can go wrong if we're together. Lana, it's a little more complicated than that.
Trying to codify the relationship that the real Lana Tisdale had with Brandon is a tricky thing, but one thing seems to be certain: she cared about him tremendously, and that sense of care really shines through in the film.
You're just saying that because you like me.
Number 7, Charlie Lang and Yvonne Biasi. It Could Happen to You. Honestly, we wish that we could be this real-life couple. It Could Happen to You stars Nicolas Cage and Bridget Fonda as a cop and a waitress who have a clandestine meeting.
Fine, officer. No charge.
No, I have the check. I just don't have enough for a tip.
I'll live.
I can't not leave a tip.
So leave a tip.
Short on cash, Cage's character jokes that if he wins the lottery, he'll split his earnings with her. Well, he did win the lottery, and that promise he made to the waitress didn't sit too well with his wife.
Oh, God, Charlie, I'm just so sick of it! Your niceness and your decency!
It might surprise you to learn that this story is based on a real couple. In 1984, Phyllis Penzo and Robert Cunningham split a $6 million lottery ticket. Beyond that, the rest of the movie's plot is entirely made up. But what a way to win.
I picked 3 numbers and he picked 3.
And we hit. $3 million for her,
3 for me.
Who says nice guys finish last?
Number 6, Leo and Paige Collins, The Vow.
Hey, you know who I am, right?
Yeah? You're my doctor.
Can you imagine your partner suddenly forgetting all about your marriage after suffering a traumatic brain injury in a car accident? Neither can we, and for a long time, we thought 2012's The Vow was a fictional story about a fictional couple. But it turns out that this terrible thing actually happened to a real couple in real life.
Did you even know what a husband was?
I had no idea, and at first when they asked me who my husband was, I said, I'm not married.
The movie is based on a book written by Kim and Cricket Carpenter about Kim's struggle with amnesia, which caused her to forget cricket. In the movie, the couple is able to come back to each other, but in real life, the Carpenters divorced in 2018.
How did you find out that he had an affair?
I just figured it out. It was shocking and surprising to me because we were so committed to each other and to the vow.
We can't all have a fairy tale ending. Number 5, Sam Rothstein and Ginger McKenna, Casino. If we were going to be involved in casino crime, this is the couple we would like to be. Well, at least at the beginning of the movie. The end, not so much.
I want you out of here. I want you out of here. I want you out of here.
Casino is based on the life of Frank Rosenthal, a man who ran a series of casinos in Las Vegas for the Chicago mob throughout the 70s. In the movie, Frank's name has been changed to Sam Ace Rothstein, and his romantic interest Jerry McGee's name has been changed to Ginger.
Who didn't want Ginger? She was one of the best known, best liked, and most respected hustlers in town.
Ace and Ginger have a terrifying, tumultuous relationship that eventually turns incredibly violent. Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone bring passion and intense chemistry to the characters.
You're gonna be sorry if you don't
Don't
stop
you
that.
threaten
The whole
me!
neighborhood-
Don't you threaten me!
Number 4, Karen Blixen and Dennis Finch Hatton, Out of Africa. In Out of Africa, Meryl Streep and Robert Redford bring the characters of Karen and Dennis to life. Little did we know that they were actually based on a real couple.
Karen, I'm with you because I choose to be with you. I don't want to live someone else's idea of how to live. Don't ask me to do that. I don't want to find out one day that I'm at the end of someone else's life.
Out of Africa is taken from the real life and romance of Danish author Karen Blixen. During Blixen's life, she often travelled to Africa and eventually had a long-lasting love affair with a big game hunter named Dennis Finch Hatton. If you've seen the film, you know what happens.
You've ruined it for me, you know.
Ruined what?
Being alone.
Their love is passionate and all-consuming, but eventually ends because of what they can't give each other. It feels so right out of a film, it's hard to believe something this romantic happened to real people.
He brought us joy, and we loved him well. He was not ours.
Number 3, Stephen J. Russell and Philip Morris. I Love You, Philip Morris.
I want to protect you. I want to make a life with you, Philip.
Get me out of here.
I Love You, Philip Morris is a little-seen film, so it makes sense that not many people know the real story behind it. The film stars Jim Carrey as Stephen J. Russell, a con artist who falls in love with a man named Philip Morris while he is in prison. Russell was a real person who really did fall in love with another man he met while incarcerated.
He lives alone in a cell, locked down 23 hours a day.
All by myself, not touching another individual, not being able to hold my daughter, hug her, not being able to hug Philip, and it's my fault.
In the film, he escapes from prison 4 times in his efforts to be with Morris, who is played by Ewan McGregor. The movie is a little strange, but has a lot of tenderness and heart to the way it tells the story.
Oh. Yeah, well, he was a nice guy. I only dated him for a little while anyway.
You can't help but root for those 2 crazy kids to make it.
I just want you to be happy, baby. You're cutting off my ear. Wait a minute. Oh, shh.
Number 2, Kumail Nanjiani and Emily V. Gordon, The Big Sick.
What's going on? What's going on? You're gonna be okay. Just relax and taking me.
A medically induced coma isn't necessarily the perfect fairy tale start to a romance, but we have to take life as it comes at us. The Big Sick was written by Kumail Nanjiani and his wife, Emily Gordon, and chronicles the real-life start to their relationship.
I think you realizing, oh, I'm going to need extra help with this, because it's just because you've lived through it doesn't mean you're the best person
You're right,
to
I
do
am
it.
really cool.
What a professional.
Really
You're like a really
guy.
good actor.
When the two characters based on the pair meet in the film, they briefly date but then break up because of cultural differences they can't reconcile. But when Emily falls ill and must go into a medically induced coma, Kumail has to step up and deal with more important issues. The film is incredibly heartfelt and tells a story that we can't believe is real.
Here to see someone?
And have you seen him or her? I mean, I don't know what your deal is, but
Yeah, I've seen him.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Ali Hamilton and Noah Calhoun, The Notebook.
It was real, wasn't it? You and me. Such a long time ago, we were just a couple of kids.
That's right, the couple from The Notebook didn't just pop up out of Nicholas Sparks' head. Ali Hamilton and Noah Calhoun are actually based on real people. According to Sparks, who wrote the 1996 book that the film is based on, he was inspired to write Noah and Ali because of his wife's grandparents.
You know, I remember seeing how much they cared for each other toward the end of their life, and it was a story that moved me.
We don't know their names, but according to Sparks, the two had been married for more than 60 years by the time that he had met them. After getting to know them, the blueprints for Noah and Ali's love story sprung into his head and eventually enchanted millions of people.
It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
What other real-life couples made a great transition to the screen? Share in the comments below.
See, Junior didn't want to see us together.
All right, well, quit that clutching on me and I'll sing with you, but you gotta quit clutching on me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.